the night sky. A canvas of darkness sprinkled with twinkling lights, a source of wonder and mystery for as long as humanity has looked up. But what happens when the familiar comfort of the cosmos turns sinister? What happens when a star, a beacon of light in the vast expanse, becomes a harbinger of fear? Tonight we delve into the eerie and unsettling tales of stars that shouldn't be there, stars that defy explanation, stars that whisper of unknown forces and ancient evils, stars that watch us from the cold void, their light a chilling reminder of the universe's infinite capacity for darkness. Prepare yourself for 3 chilling stories that will make you question the night sky. Stories that will linger in your mind long after the lights are out, making you wonder what truly lies beyond the familiar twinkle of the stars. High in the lonely observatory, perched atop Mount Palomar like a sentinel guarding the veil of night, Dr. Alistair Reynolds adjusted his spectacles, his gaze glued to the telescope's lens. For 40 years, he had dedicated his life to the stars, their distant light a source of endless fascination. Yet nothing could have prepared him for what he was witnessing. In the constellation of Ursa Major, nestled between the familiar stars of the Big Dipper, a new light had emerged. It wasn't the fiery birth of a supernova, nor the fleeting streak of a comet. This light was different, a pulsing, ethereal glow like the heartbeat of some celestial entity. Night after night, Dr. Reynolds meticulously documented the anomaly, his initial excitement giving way to a creeping unease. The star, if it could be called that, defied all known laws of physics. Its luminosity fluctuated erratically, its light shifting through a spectrum of colors unseen in any celestial body. And then, just as abruptly as it appeared, the light began to fade. Over the course of a week, the star's brilliance waned, its once vibrant glow dwindling to a faint glimmer. The scientific community was baffled. Theories were proffered, debated, and ultimately discarded. No existing model could explain the star's sudden appearance or its equally sudden disappearance. Dr. Reynolds, once a pillar of logic and reason, found his sanity slowly unraveling. He spent every waking moment at the telescope, his sleep riddled with nightmares of cosmic horrors and whispers from the void. The vanishing star had become an obsession, consuming his thoughts, his work, his life. One night, as the observatory's clock chimed midnight, Dr. Reynolds made a chilling observation. The star, or what remained of its light, seemed to be watching him. A cold dread gripped his heart, a primal fear he hadn't felt since childhood. His hand trembled as he reached for his notebook, his pen scratching frantically across the page. The star, it sees me, it knows. The following morning, Dr. Reynolds was gone. His office, once a sanctuary of knowledge and discovery, was left in disarray. Papers were strewn across the floor, ink splattered on the walls. The telescope pointed haphazardly towards the empty patch of sky where the star had once resided. The only clue to his disappearance, a single line scrawled in his notebook, a chilling testament to the terror that had consumed him. It has taken him. The star has taken him. In the heart of the Amazon rainforest, shrouded in mist and legend, lies a hidden village untouched by modern civilization. The Yanomami tribe, guardians of ancient knowledge passed down through generations, had long whispered of a celestial curse, a malevolent alignment of stars known as the Serpent's Eye. According to tribal lore, the Serpent's Eye was not a constellation born of natural order, but a celestial scar, a mark of an ancient evil etched onto the fabric of the night sky. Legend had it that any who gazed upon its crooked gaze would be visited by misfortune, their lives slowly unraveling under the serpent's baleful influence. For centuries, the Yanomami elders warned their people against looking skyward, their fears rooted in a series of tragic events that had plagued their tribe. It began with a string of inexplicable hunting accidents, strong and experienced hunters returning empty-handed or worse, not at all. Then came the sickness, a swift and merciless plague that swept through the village, claiming the lives of young and old alike. The shaman, a withered old woman revered for her wisdom and connection to the spirit world, recognized the signs. The Serpent's Eye, obscured for generations by the dense rainforest canopy, was once again visible in the night sky, its malevolent gaze fixed upon their village. Driven by desperation, the shaman gathered the remaining villagers, their faces etched with fear and despair. She spoke of an ancient ritual, a dangerous pact with the spirits of the forest, a desperate gamble to appease the celestial serpent and break the curse. Under the eerie glow of the full moon, surrounded by the cacophony of the jungle, the ritual began. The shaman, her voice hoarse with age and urgency, chanted in an ancient dialect, her frail hands clutching a bundle of sacred herbs. The air crackled with unseen energy, the forest itself seeming to hold its breath. But it was too late. As the final words of the ritual left the shaman's lips, a blood-curdling scream pierced the night. A young hunter, his eyes wide with terror, stumbled into the circle of firelight, his body riddled with venomous snake bites. The serpent's eye, shining brightly in the night sky, seemed to pulse with a malevolent satisfaction. The curse, it seemed, could not be broken. Chapter 3. The Phantom Star. The old lighthouse keeper, a man weathered by years of solitude and salty winds, squinted at the horizon, his hand perpetually resting on the lever that controlled the beam of light cutting through the endless expanse of the North Sea. His name was Finnegan, and for decades he had been the lone guardian of the treacherous coastline, his lighthouse a beacon of hope for lost souls navigating the unforgiving waters. Over the years, Finnegan had witnessed his share of storms, had seen the sea churn and rage with a fury that sent shivers down his spine. But it was the nights of eerie calm, the nights when the sea lay still as glass, reflecting the star-strewn sky like a mirror, that truly unsettled him. For it was on these nights, when the world held its breath, that he would see it, the phantom star. It wasn't a fixed point in the celestial tapestry, like the familiar constellations he used to navigate. This star was different. It drifted, a solitary ember against the velvet backdrop of the cosmos, its light a cold, piercing blue that seemed to bore into his very soul. Local fishermen whispered tales of the phantom star, claiming it was the soul of a vengeful sea captain, lost to the depths years ago, his ship dashed against the jagged rocks that lined the coast. They said his soul, unable to find peace, wandered the night sky, searching for those foolish enough to venture out on the water under its baleful gaze. Finnegan scoffed at these stories, dismissing them as superstitious nonsense. He was a man of logic, of practicality, his life governed by the rhythm of the tides and the steady beam of his lighthouse. Yet, he couldn't shake the feeling of unease that washed over him whenever the phantom star graced the night sky. One particularly clear night, as Finnegan made his rounds, the hair on the back of his neck stood on end. The air, normally alive with the sounds of the sea, was deathly silent. Even the waves seemed to lap timidly at the shore, as if in deference to some unseen presence. And then he saw it. The phantom star, burning brighter than he had ever seen it, hung low on the horizon, its blue light casting an eerie glow on the water. It was then that he noticed the second light, a faint flicker responding to the star's eerie call. A small fishing boat, its hull painted a cheerful blue, had strayed dangerously close to the rocks, lured in by the phantom star's hypnotic light. Finnegan watched in horror as the boat, caught in the grip of an unseen current, was pulled towards the jagged teeth of the reef. He raced to his signal lamp, his heart pounding in his chest, and flashed a frantic warning to the fishermen, but it was too late. The small boat, tossed like a toy in the sudden surge of water, capsized, swallowed by the churning waves. As dawn broke, painting the sky in hues of orange and gold, Finnegan stood on the cliffs, his face etched with sorrow. The fishing boat was gone, along with its crew, another tragic offering to the legend of the Phantom Star. From that day forward, Finnegan never doubted the stories again. He kept his vigil, his lighthouse beam a constant reminder of the dangers that lurked beneath the surface and in the cold, unblinking gaze of the phantom star. As we turn our gaze back from the unsettling depths of these tales, remember the night sky holds many secrets. Some stars are better left unseen, their light a deceptive lure masking ancient evils and cosmic horrors. So the next time you find yourself gazing up at the vast expanse above, captivated by the twinkling tapestry of stars, remember the stories we've shared tonight. Remember that for all its beauty, the universe holds a darkness, beyond our comprehension. If you enjoyed these chilling tales of stars that shouldn't be there, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more explorations into the dark side of the unexplained. And be sure to let me know in the comments what terrified you the most. Sweet dreams, and beware the stars.